Welcome to the Texas Department of Transportation virtual public meeting presentation for the US 60 Bridge Project in Parmer County, from County Road 13 to County Road 17. TxDOT is proposing to construct a bridge interchange southwest of Friona on US 60 near Cargill Meat Solutions. Given the unique circumstances of the COVID-19 pandemic, along with TxDOT's commitment to protecting public health during this national emergency, TxDOT is conducting this virtual public meeting to prevent the spreading of COVID-19. At this time, the online format will be in lieu of an in-person public meeting. The presentation will cover the same information the Lubbock District would have shared at an in-person public meeting. However, the comment process will be different, which will be explained shortly. All project information can be found on the TxDOT website at www.txdot.gov. Keyword search US 60 Bridge Project. TxDOT would like to welcome you and thank you for watching this virtual public meeting presentation that is being shared with the public starting today, Thursday, November 19, 2020. Keelan Francis is the Director of Transportation, Planning and Development for the TxDOT Lubbock District and is a primary contact for this project. Please listen now to this short message from the Parmer County Judge, the Honorable Trey Ellis.
Hello, I'm Trey Ellis, and I'm the Parmer County Judge, and I'm here to welcome you to the virtual public meeting. Reference the bridge project that TxDOT is proposing over US 60 and the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad at the Cargill plant, which is approximately 4 miles west of Friona. To give you a little history, in 1984, I moved to Friona and was employed as a Department of Public Safety highway patrolman, a state trooper. And US 60 at that time was a 2-lane blacktop that went from northeast to southwest across Parmer County. And the railroad was Santa Fe Railroad at that time, which ran alongside US 60 on the south side of the highway. Cargill Meat Solutions at that time, I believe, was named Excel. Before that, it was Missouri Beef Packers, and has been there for a long time, and has been a major taxpayer and a major employer here in Parmer County. Since 1984, US 60 has been upgraded to a 4-lane divided highway, and also the Santa Fe Railroad, which had 1 track, is now known as the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad and has 2 main lines that cross Parmer County south of US 60, runs parallel with US 60. The Cargill Meat Solutions meat packing plant is on the south side of the railroad tracks. So in other words, to access Cargill Meat Solutions, if you're going west out of Friona, you have to cross the eastbound lanes of US 60 and up and over and cross 2 main lines, railroad tracks, main lines of Burlington Northern Santa Fe. And this main line is a main line between Chicago and Barstow, California. And to my understanding is Burlington Northern is projecting a 3rd line, which would mean 3 railroad tracks to cross to get into the plant. At this point in time, the number of trains that come through Parmer County is one approximately every 10 minutes. So we have a very large number of trains that come into Parmer County. And US 60 is also a main artery through Texas, and especially in the wintertime when Interstate 40, which is north of Parmer County, gets snowed in or the weather closes that road. It is a main thoroughfare for people traveling east and west to avoid the interstate and take the southern route to go back west, which means there's a large number of trucks and cars that traverse this highway. Recently, we've had several major accidents at this intersection, And in the last year, we've had 3 fatal accidents that have happened at this intersection, 2 that happened within 10 days of each other. And that's a major concern, not only for me and the Commissioners Court of Parmer County, but also the employers of Cargill Meat Solutions and TxDOT. And we're trying to make this a safe entrance, not only for the plant, but for those folks that travel up and down US 60. The proposed overpass will cross both lanes of US 60 and all railroad tracks of Burlington Northern Highway, and join up with County Road 15, Parmer County Road, and then have a new entrance which will be on the southwest side of Cargill. This will help ensure the safety of all the trucks and the employees that go in and out of the plant, which I don't know if I mentioned, there's 2,200 employees at Cargill. That number of people that work there, plus at least 200 trucks per day in and out of the plant, either bringing cattle in or shipping meat out. So we have a large number of trucks and cars that go in and out of the plant. But in every accident that has happened there, it has also involved not only someone that was involved with the plant, but also someone else that wasn't. And so this overpass will ensure the safety of not only the employees at the plant, truck drivers going in and out, but anyone that travels down US 60. That would be anybody that, not only Parmer County residents, but anybody traveling. So we want to encourage this to be a go project, and I want to mention that Cargill has made this a priority in the fact that they have contributed $10.5 million to the construction of this overpass, which means that Cargill, with that kind of commitment, will be here in Parmer County for a long period of time to come. I thank you for your attention. I thank you for attending this virtual meeting. And please, if you have any questions, you can call my office in Farwell at the courthouse at area code 806-481-3383, or you can contact TxDOT in Lubbock, and those numbers will be given to you later in this presentation. Thank you for your attendance.
During this virtual public meeting, we will be covering the following areas: project overview, environmental overview, project schedule and next steps, the public comment process, and this will be a little different than our in-person public meetings. More information on that later. And then, adjournment. Prior to December 16, 2014, the Federal Highway Administration, otherwise known as FHWA, reviewed and approved documents prepared under the National Environmental Policy Act, also known as NEPA. However, on December 16, 2014, the Texas Department of Transportation assumed responsibility from the FHWA for reviewing and approving certain assigned NEPA environmental documents. This Memorandum of Understanding was renewed on December 9, 2019. This review and approval process applies to this proposed project. This virtual public meeting, presented by TxDOT, is being provided to share information and to encourage comments from the public regarding the proposed US 60 Bridge project. Notices for this meeting were published on the TxDOT website, the Friona Star, and State Line Tribune on Thursday, October 29, 2020. The notice was mailed to adjacent property owners and elected public officials. Additional outreach methods for this virtual public meeting include local media and social media. The US 60 Bridge project is southwest of Friona on US 60. The project will include constructing a bridge interchange over US 60 and the railroad, entrance and exit ramps for US 60, eliminating crossovers that will conflict with the new interchange. You can view the design in more detail on the TxDOT website. Why is this project needed? The need for the proposed project is due to Cargill Meat Solutions generating a large volume of car and truck traffic in the area. This creates conflicts between high-speed traffic traveling through the area and Cargill traffic entering and exiting US 60. This is compounded by train traffic at the railroad crossing, delaying vehicular traffic exiting US 60. There is a need to improve safety along this segment of US 60. The purpose of the proposed project is to improve safety and efficiency of travel, separate slow-moving traffic from high-speed through traffic, construct a bridge over the railroad to decrease the delay for traffic entering and exiting the Cargill plant, reduce traffic congestion on US 60. The purpose of the meeting is to inform the public of the status of planning on the project and present TxDOT's recommendations based on studies performed to date. To present a roadway design so the public can determine the project's potential to affect their lives and property, and to develop a record of public views and participation to accompany recommendations for subsequent decisions. These are the typical sections for US 60. The existing US 60 right-of-way is 180 feet wide. The additional right-of-way needed for this project is approximately 21 acres, which will be acquired from two properties, one property on the north side of US 60 and one property on the south side of US 60. The bottom typical section represents the proposed bridge that will cross over US 60 and will have 4 lanes with shoulders. The top typical section shows existing US 60 and the proposed entrance and exit ramp that is parallel to the railroad. This will allow traffic to access the elevated intersection above US 60. As you have a chance to review the preliminary design, the orange dashed line is a proposed right-of-way to be acquired by TxDOT. This is abbreviated on the map as ROW. The yellow shaded area is a proposed bridge with the teal blue areas representing the embankment. The red shaded area represents the proposed roadway that is at existing grade. Existing crossovers and a portion of County Road Q1 will be eliminated due to a conflict with the entrance and exit ramps and are shown as pink crosshatched areas. Existing US 60 is shaded a dark blue with proposed entrance and exit ramps shown as green. The project will construct a bridge interchange over US 60 and the railroad, which will include an intersection on the bridge. You can view the design in more detail on the TxDOT meeting webpage. Because of the requirement for public meetings and hearings to be virtual, reviewing the preliminary design will be different. We have provided a variety of ways to review the preliminary design. First, you will be able to click on the schematic PDF that contains the detailed preliminary design. Secondly, you can download Google Earth and the KMZ file to view the detailed preliminary design. These files can be viewed and/or printed depending on your preference. Now, let's talk about the schedule. This is a project schedule for the major milestones. Tonight is a virtual public meeting. The design and environmental approval is anticipated in January of 2021, which will allow TxDOT to start purchasing property required to build the bridge and associated improvements. Construction is currently scheduled to begin in January of 2024. However, if the right-of-way acquisition process takes less time than anticipated, construction could begin earlier. Construction is anticipated to take 18 to 24 months. The estimated construction cost is $21.5 million. Cargill Meat Solutions is contributing $10 million to the total project cost. The environmental studies being conducted for this project comply with the National Environmental Policy Act. In addition, the environmental review, consultation, and other actions required by applicable federal environmental laws for this project are being or have been carried out by TxDOT pursuant to 23 United States Code 327 and the Memorandum of Understanding dated December 9, 2019 and executed by the Federal Highway Administration and TxDOT. The environmental evaluation of potential impacts by the proposed project to the natural and human environment include biological resources, cultural resources, hazardous materials, historical resources, traffic noise, and community impacts. The US 60 Bridge project will require approximately 21 acres of additional right-of-way. No relocations nor displacements are anticipated. It is important that you know that you can help make this project a success. You should learn how this project might impact you and the rights that you have as a property owner in Texas. So we invite you to review more information about the Uniform Act, the TxDOT right-of-way acquisition process, and the State of Texas Landowners Bill of Rights brochures. A link to view or download these brochures has been provided on this public meeting website at www.txdot.gov. TxDOT encourages you to review the materials posted on the virtual public meeting webpage and provide written comments. Comments must be received or postmarked by Friday, December 4, 2020, to be included in the virtual public meeting summary report. You can submit written comments in the following ways: by mail to Keelan Francis, P.E., Director, TPND, 135 Slayton Road, Lubbock, Texas 79404, or by email to keelan.francis@txdot.gov, or go online by visiting www.txdot.gov and keyword search US 60 Bridge Project. Again, the most important thing is to please be sure to submit your comments no later than Friday, December 4, 2020, which is 15 days after the November 19, 2020 meeting date. The responses to your comments submitted during this time will be included in the virtual public meeting summary report, which will be posted on the meeting webpage. Please don't hesitate to contact Keelan Francis or Shelley Harris with any questions about the proposed project. It must be noted that comments on the project must be submitted in writing as previously discussed. In closing, we want to remind everyone that you can call or email these project contacts Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. with any questions at any time in the project development process. And don't forget to visit the project meeting webpage to view additional project information. This concludes the virtual public meeting presentation. Thank you for your time.